All right, Randall Hughes with God Glorified, and we're reading today and we're commenting on today's reading, in which we went from Second Chronicles chapter 30 and chapter 31, and took a snippet from 2 Kings 18, and then also Micah chapter 3 and Psalm 81. And so something that sometimes you may hear about is something they call the lost tribes of Israel. I struggle with that a bit. I believe if you read in our reading today, you see where Hezekiah sent the letter out to Israel, the various tribes, and that there were various ones that came to Judah during this time before Assyria fully overthrew Israel. And so it's my belief that there was a representation of all the tribes in Judah, that there was somebody righteous, if I could say it that way, that came out, that sought to follow God and did so in Judah, or Benjamin, the two tribes that were of the nation of Judah, and that they were a part of this, probably this celebration. And amazing thing how that Hezekiah made, there was a situation where they couldn't prepare themselves fast enough. It was on Hezekiah's heart to do it, and so he said, we're going to do it in the second month because we didn't prepare it in the first month. And then there was people that came from Manasseh and Ephraim and Zebulun that had not cleansed themselves properly in the normal status of according to the law, according to the statutes. And so Hezekiah prayed for them, asking God to pardon them, and that God would prepare their hearts. They had prepared their hearts to seek God. And it's so important that we keep our heart in a state of seeking. We've got to keep our heart in a state of seeking after God. I want to please you this day. I want to be led by you this day. It's a daily walk. It's not a sprint. It's something that we do every day. We seek our God. We set our heart. We set our face to seek after him. And God hearkened to the prayers of Hezekiah and healed the people. And they celebrated, and they did so. It sounded like an extra week that they celebrated, and they rejoiced and sang, threw in the 81st Psalm there. I'm not sure if that's exactly how it would have or wouldn't have, but a Psalm of Asaph. And then destroyed the idols, the cleansing. And notice this cleansing took place beyond Judah. It went through Judah and Benjamin, which were the two tribes of the south, but it went into the north, into Ephraim, into Manasseh, and they utterly destroyed them all. And the children of Israel returned to their possessions in their own cities. And it was during this time that Hezekiah also destroyed the brazen serpent. Over 700 years, probably 720 years roughly or so, that they continued to burn incense to that snake, the brazen serpent, and it called it another name, Nehushtan. And so it's just amazing how their hearts were given to have to see something to worship, a physical object. And Hezekiah got everybody established in their proper office and order to praise and give thanks. And they brought the offering, the heaps, and they took care of that. And it took care of all the needs that they had. And the verses, I love verses 20 and 21 of this 31st chapter of 2 Chronicles, where he says, and thus did Hezekiah throughout all Judah, and wrought that which was good and right and truth before Yahweh his God, and in every work that he began in the service of the house of God, and in the law and in the commandments, to seek his God, he did it with all his heart and prospered. And that's what God wants for you. That's what he wants for me. He desires us to serve him and seek after him and to prosper. It's his plan to take care of us and to supply our every need. And so then at the end of the reading, we read just the last few verses from chapter 17, in which Hoshea, the king of Israel, is taken prisoner by the king of Assyria. And so we're winding down the last few years of the nation of Israel, the northern kingdom. And so we want to make sure we're walking with God with a repentant heart, seeking for our lives to please Him, that our heart would be right with God. God bless you.